Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TI9 group stage coverage. OD Pixel here with Fogged, and we're ready to get ourselves into a new series. This is Liquid versus TNC. Two teams that are sort of sitting in the middle of the board at the moment. Both with a chance, if circumstances work out, of getting to the upper bracket. So, good 2-0 here could propel one of these teams to that dream place for all these teams here at TI up in the upper. You get a very good shot of already jumping yourself massively ahead in terms of picking up the big money. So let's have a look. Let's see who's going to be able to come out on top. TNC, yesterday we saw an up and down day from them, right?
We did.
They took a game off Secret.
And then they almost lost 2-0 to Chaos.
And they almost lost 2-0 to Chaos. They did lose at least one of the games.
Yep.
And Liquid, have we been able to see them?
I don't think me and you have gotten a single game
any
of
Liquid.
I know that I've watched a lot of their
games.
games.
No, that's a lie.
Did we do one?
We did. We casted the game where, I remember, like, Kuroki played Kunkka, GH played Mirana.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's right.
We played Meepo, right?
That was day one. That's right.
Day one. Liquid against...
That was for Chaos.
Against Chaos.
That was right. That was day one. We
saw Liquid beat Chaos. This one's going to be harder.
They were pretty one-sided games that we got to see. Yeah, the Meepo, of course, taking over entirely. But yeah, this one should be quite a lot
This should be
higher.
close. This should be a close one, Liquid and TNC.
Yeah, I think TNC, I mean, it has to be closer as well because TNC, they have, I mean, I don't want to always be bringing this up, but they have Heen. Heen coached Liquid.
Oh.
Heen knows the way that they like to play.
He knows the secrets.
Yeah, he knows the secrets.
He
knows
knows
what
the
Kuroki
strats.
likes to think. So definitely going to be a little bit of a, you always have to think about that, of course.
This Heen versus Liquid.
It is. That's the hype. That's why I was so excited
everybody,
earlier.
wait, it's Heen and the boys versus Liquid. All right.
Yeah, this should be a really fun one.
This is the series.
Yeah, for sure. And TNC, they open up, they get their very comfortable Chen AU. We saw how well he's been able to play it in multiple different fashions. He's been split pushing with it. He's also very good inside the team fights to execute too. It's very fun to watch him actually playing this one and TNC with it as well. As Liquid, they're going to open it with comfort picks here. The Kunkka, the Crystal Maiden. We saw GH, of course, yesterday on that Crystal Maiden being able to go for that Desolator, 250 attack speed and stuff like that, which is kind of fun.
I saw some of those clips. Looked like it got a little crazy. TNC, though, out it comes. Lifestealer, Gabby's Lifestealer. One of the reasons why they won the game against Secret, right, that was that match where he went off. And as we just saw last game as well, this hero in the right situations can still be devastating. And in the right set of hands, it can be picked early. And Gabby's is certainly one of those. His Lifestealer is terrifying and would very likely have been banned out by Liquid in the second phase. So they have to open with it.
Yep, pretty nice versus Kunkka and Crystal Maiden, of course. Great versus Crystal Maiden. Kunkka, good there as well because you have the high base damage or high base strength, but also, like, of course, Kunkka, you can kite around with the rum and everything like that, but Lifestealer, you just click Rage and you have to worry about the combo.
So we saw last game, obviously with the Lifestealer, there wasn't really any way for them to deal with it. Now, if you are Liquid, you've seen this second pick Lifestealer is picked early. What is in your best interest? What sort of heroes are you looking at and saying, this is going to be big?
You're definitely going to want at least one BKB piercing disable because EG, they had no BKB piercing disables in that last game, so Lifestealer of Ramses was just able to run absolutely rampant. We could see something maybe like, I know some teams are still picking Tusk in some situations versus the Lifestealer, which seems pretty decent. Of course, with that punch, it's very frustrating for a Lifestealer to play against. Still a possibility, as this can, of course, be a Kuroki, Crystal Maiden. We saw Kuroki, Kunkka. So
they
have a lot of different variety they can go for. So I definitely want them to pick up something like that for themselves. Either an Axe, Axe or Tusk or something along those lines. Something that can just disable them during it. What's that?
Don't forget.
Which one? Meepo?
No, I mean the other one, I'd say. The Brood. Would you not be a little...
Yeah, just because Liquid has the Kunkka already. Yeah.
But we see Kunkka picked up to sort of protect a Brood pick later on. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they could definitely go for the Brood.
Something like that.
Yep.
Coming through from Liquid this game.
Oh, and Enchantress actually wasn't banned at all because like the priority bans, if we look at them, there's like an Ogre band, of course, and we see the Beastmaster band from earlier. We didn't get to talk about those. But now Enchantress slips it all the way through to the third. That's pretty surprising. Lifestealer doesn't have a fun time. Sure, can go a little both ways because you have Rage versus that, but as soon as Enchantress gets 6, Enchantress pushes you out of the lane as a Lifestealer.
I mean, TNC, they've either got a pick or have that last ban on the Meepo or the Brood. I think,
Meepo or Brood is probably going to come out.
Meepo is looking to be perfectly set
Especially they did it with the Kunkka. They did 5-position Kunkka with the Meepo, and it was a
Heen's
got to
know. Heen has got to know.
For sure. He's going to expect it.
Heen is going to expect it, so they're going to draft something that puts off a Meepo pick or at least ban it. Tanky's going to be picked up.
That's the Cuckoo, right?
Yep.
Yep, Cuckoo's Bat's banned, so go for Cuckoo Sanking.
Yeah, he's always going to play
one
of the two.
Gives him a method of delivery, of course, for that Lifestealer. Provides a high amount of magic damage versus the Enchantress as well. And just a very popularized hero that we've been seeing picked up by plenty of teams.
Liquid with this pick. As I said, I imagine they will save Weehar's pick till last anyway. Because it leaves the sort of the whole Kunkka as a support or as a mid open. Get something for Miracle here.
Anti-mage. Just because the Sanking. So many teams, like that. I hear them talking in the other room that teams really like AM versus Sanking, even though we've seen, I think, lose both of the games it was picked. I don't think Liquid's going to pick it, so I won't even suggest it. Other options, I mean, Gyrocopter's still in the pool, too. But we know Lifestealer is very good versus the Gyrocopter,
I don't
as we saw in the last game.
You want to pick Gyro into Lifestealer,
yeah.
I don't think they want to do that.
The more normal matchups that people used to like, which don't really work so well anymore, was that PA as well as that like Terribly that used to be picked up a lot versus the Lifestealer. If you want to have that like core v core matchup, of course. But those are kind of dead heroes. I know PA has been picked a couple of times and Terribly too, but I think Liquid might be one of the few ones that actually has picked the TB. I know we saw the whole Lotus Orb Sunder play for Miracle. I'm going to go for their Storm Spirit here early on. So no,
whoa, hold
that
up.
Could be the trick, right? That could be.
They did, exactly, Miracle Storm in the safe lane.
They did that last time, didn't they?
This is what they do. You got to be worried about that last pick from Liquid being at least
but it can be a Meepo or a Brood.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it could be a Meepo, but I think at the moment, the Meepo is definitely what you'd rather we have one. But TNC have got to know this, right?
Yeah.
They've got to know that. He's got to know. He's going to know.
So which one do you pick? Do you pick like a Tiny right now, and then you're just like, you're safe?
I'll pick the Shaker. Pick the Shaker. You got that flexibility then. Tim's Cuckoo, Shaker, Sang. Can you swap it up? Pick the Shaker.
Yeah, Shaker solves pretty well versus the Meepo and the Brood.
If he's just thinking about Liquid getting a Brood or a Meepo.
Yes, that is.
I think Shaker would be pretty solid. TNC is very good with it. Of course, the other one that's... Oh, no, Ogre was banned. Okay.
Yeah, right now, TNC, they've got... I mean, they've got... It's a very well-rounded draft. Same thing for Liquid right now.
Yeah. But if they fall for the trap and they do just assume that the Storm's mid, maybe they just pick something that does well against it.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many...
Lena's still there, of course. Lena, very nice against the Ench, too.
Yep.
They might be baited into picking their mid at the Lena. But
they're discussing that right now, right? Look at the time they're ticking down.
Thinking.
They see the Kunkka. They see the Storm. They're like, wait a minute. Kunkka's not mid anymore. Storm could also be variety.
You've got to be thinking that.
Yeah.
You've got to be thinking that. Of course, Liquid, they could be next leveling it, and it is just like a mid-stop. We've seen it before.
We have.
Liquid
we
set
literally
this
casted
trap.
that one.
They set this trap, but he's going to know. He's got to know.
Probably thinking and determining what the best hero is to deal with both scenarios and which one, or depending on which one they want to deal with or not.
Yeah.
Like, do you ban out one and pick out a different hero to deal with the Brood / Meepo? But yeah, like you said, the Shaker.
Time is ticking. They're definitely talking about it.
Yep. I think Shaker. I like Tiny. Shaker and Tiny both sound pretty nice.
Maybe they just ban it. They have got that one ban left.
Yep. It's a Tiny.
Okay.
I think that's the safer one that we've seen teams picking.
So would that say to you he knows? He's saying...
So he definitely knows.
He knows.
This is one of those that's solution. It's a solution for the Brood Mother, and it's also pretty decent versus the Meepo too in the lane. So actually, it's pretty good versus the Meepo in the lane.
I think you can absolutely still...
Yep.
But maybe you said they pick that and then they ban the Meepo, and then
just
neither
in case.
of those are going to come out.
Sure. Now it's where Liquid's probably like, okay, we're just going to put Storm mid, and then they just pick a traditional carry. Definitely still that possibility. They will be able to see. They'll be able to determine that one because Liquid has the overall last pick, so they'll be able to decide what lanes they want to be able to match up here. So TNC, the other thing that they can do, which I've seen them do both games where they did have that Chen, they like to move their lanes, right? They show one lane and then they divine favor to bring the other hero elsewhere, and then they can always do those musical lanes and outplay you a little bit since you only have that one TP comparison. So running their clock a little bit here.
So just what you think they're looking for Tims or Cuckoos here, depending on where the Sand King goes? Like this Tiny's mid?
Tiny's mid. Cuckoo probably the Sand King. I guess it's still, like you said, flexible, but yeah, more than likely it's the obvious ones, I guess, that stand out.
Are they going to ban the Quap? So I guess they're assuming some sort of setup where the Tiny's off lane, or...
Oh, that's like them telling, hey, Storm's mid, right? They're banning the Quap, so they're saying, hey, Storm's mid now,
but
guys.
That also could be a bait.
Exactly.
Like, hey,
that's what I'm saying.
Wink, wink. Storm's mid, boys.
That's what I'm saying.
Storm's mid, boys. You don't need to ban Meepo. Please don't ban Meepo because Storm's mid. Let's see.
They still do have heroes that are pretty good versus Meepo, though. They have the Sand King and the Tiny, which are traditionally pretty okay. They're not amazing, but they're okay.
I feel we would still be happy playing it against these four.
Okay.
I think he'd still be happy playing it.
Do they just take it out?
Do they? Let's see what TNC's thinking.
Because Brood's not nearly as good. Because there's
No,
a
I
Sanking,
think
there's a Tiny, the Brood's not as nice.
Yeah, you're not going to play Brood this game. You're not going to play Brood.
But they banned it, yeah. Okay. Like we said, Liquid has the last pick, so they can determine their lanes.
Yeah,
and that's why you see the cleanup.
Lineup.
That's why you see the quad ban too.
They
so
ban it,
and they ban it anyway.
Knows, he knows. Give Heen a clap.
Of course he knows.
He knows. He's a smart man. He's a smart man. Of course he knows, as you say. He knows exactly what Liquid's trying to be sneaky with. I can guarantee they were doing that there.
For sure.
They were definitely doing it there, Liquid.
Oh. Have we seen this before? I think someone said that there was one other one picked in the group stages.
I think there was someone has played Skyrath.
It was not played yesterday. So yesterday or any of the days before that, but it might have been played today. So Skyrath. Okay. So high magic damage versus Enchantress, long duration silence versus Storm Spirit.
So who is playing what? Is this a mid Skyrath?
Is that a Tim's Skyrath?
It's probably mid, right, I feel, and Tims and Kuka will play the Tiny.
Actually, you might be right. Yeah, you might be right about that.
Run the Skyrath mid.
Oh.
But then, you know what you hit him with? No. I mean, we have Pugner. Do we like that? Or save people from Lifestealer with the Decrepit Fight. It really does ruin a core Skyrath. It's very annoying for the Sand King.
I think they're just going to pick a Miracle Hero and just put the Storm mid.
I think Miracle wants to play Storm.
You think so?
We'll see.
That's
okay.
Miracle Hero.
Miracle Drought. Weehaw Storm.
Ooh,
oh, no.
Oh,
Weehaw's playing the Drought.
There you go.
Okay,
right,
so,
yeah,
I mean, I feel like every game Miracle's always been like, I want to play Storm. I want to play Storm.
Yeah.
He wants to play Storm. He's going to get to play Storm.
So they've got the Drow aura with the triple ranged carries.
All right, and let's see if this indeed is. It's not
Sky.
Not going to be a core Sky. I guess it's not going to be a core Sky because I guess Sky does get shredded by this right click.
Yes.
So yeah, Armel, Tiny, Cuckoo, Sand King, Gabby.
It's the obvious ones.
I like that though. In the fun draft, both teams having understandably a very good read of one another. You could definitely feel the Heen influence with the way that TNC have done this.
And TNC, although they have limited catch on their supports, they have catch on one of their core, the two of the cores there. So they will at least have that available for themselves. While Liquid, they have a good amount of catch. Okay.
And the Weehaw Drow.
The Weehaw Drow. They can have great ways to kite this Lifestealer out that I'm looking.
Doesn't mid Drow get sort of destroyed by a Tiny though?
That's how I would feel as well. I feel like they're going to have to help him out.
Yeah. I feel like Armel could have a really good time if we does still take the Drow mid. Which you would imagine, right? Because every time they play the Storm, Miracle, when Miracle's playing it, he does go side lane with it.
Yeah, I guess maybe they do switch it up. But even then, too, Storm Spirit can be can be pressured by Tinies. I've seen Tinies kill the Storm Spirits.
Well, say it's... And it also does still feel like a very good Lifestealer game, right? You're happy. It's a safe lane Storm. You don't care, do you?
You don't care about the Storm, but Enchantress and Drow.
Okay, you think the right clicks is just...
Enchantress is always just a pain to deal with.
You've got so much control around you. You have this Cuckoo Tiny combo. These sort of double stuns that are going to be getting on top of the Drow.
I think until
I like what he's done it.
Yeah, I like what he's done it until if Liquid's able to get some Force Staffs online, that's going to be the big key, right? Being able to kite around the Skyrath, being able to kite around or dodge the Skyrath ulti, kite around the Lifestealer. That's what we're probably going to see them rush those pretty early. The Enchantress as well as that Drow. We're going to see those Hurricane Pikes coming out very early on just to kite out. All right, Tims. Every time I look at it, I'll be honest, I think it's Phoenix right away at the first glance, but it's a Skyrath.
Dude, that's some fancy set that he's got right there. That is a fancy set. So let's see. Liquid, is this Drow strat going to do it? Or a TNC? I think it's going I really do think this is going to be a tough one for Liquid.
It's actually 60.
Because they've got such good ways. They have a draft, for instance, that doesn't in the mid game, right? The Ench, they can kill it very easily.
They can absolutely kill it in the mid game.
Burst. Yeah. They have a core that can get on top of it with the Lifestealer. Same to be said with the Tiny once he has his blink. I think it's not going to be an easy game for Mind Control's Ench unless they absolutely crush that top lane. But even if they do, we've seen Gabby on his Lifestealer make some incredible recoveries.
It's always gonna be tough for Enchantress though. As soon as 6 happens as a Lifestealer, you kind of get booted out of the lane, even if you have that Chen.
And maybe with the Drow or the lanes are going to be strong enough that TNC are really sort of suppressed in the early stages. We'll see.
The one thing I am a little bit maybe.
But then again, if Weeha's going mid on the Drow and Tiny's there, we could see Armel take an early lead.
Yeah, what? How bad is that damage disparity? So it's 79 plus 2
plus
for
the Quelling Blade.
Tiny, plus of course the Quelling doesn't work in denies, but
sure.
The Drow Ranger, it's not that terrible. It's at least 65. That's not that bad compared to what it used to be for the Drow. But yeah, it still should be pretty Armel favored.
Your atrocity made.
See, I'm looking forward to this one. Two very fun teams to watch.
Yeah.
And some very fun drafts as well. Just, you know, let's strain a little bit from the norm. You know,
I mean,
bringing in a Drow strat and bringing in some sort of newish heroes. Heroes at least we haven't seen a lot. The Skywrath coming in for TNC.
And fun items too. Look at GH. GH has the quad mango, of course, built
the
up
quad
for the spam.
mango.
So. And we see, of course, that lovely Skywrath set there with a null talisman on Tim's. So all about the deeps.
Here we go. Let's get ourselves in. Liquid versus TNC. Game 1 of the 2-game series. Both teams fighting to solidify that chance of being in the potential top half of the group and getting to the upper bracket. Let's see who's going to be able to break away from the other.
Yep, and we'll see the exact move that we saw TNC do pretty much every game they've had Chen. Chen goes top, 3 heroes go bottom. He's probably going to skill the Divine Favor any second now so that he can pull one of those cores to the top lane. Any minute now.
And we'll see if Liquid are able to make some sort of a play early on. This
whoa, whoa, look at all these tips. There we go.
Yeah, a little bit of love between the two teams.
Alright, Chen's still actually holding on to the skill point this time around. Likely still to grab that Divine Favor as we see. Seems like a very popular area for him to like to hit the drum.
Oh, does he normally do this?
I saw him do it in the series that we cast him too. He was hitting the drum there.
For good luck.
Yeah, I guess it is. It is very nice. Okay, let's see how much they can actually secure the farm for Miracle too. So one thing I'm also looking at, because they have a Kunkka Storm lane, right? Like you can't imagine like that doesn't sound like this like strong dual lane by any means. And their versus a Sand King plus a Skywrath. This is a pressure lane that wants to look to set up for kills constantly. So we'll see how much they're able actually to do down here as Liquid. They might have to bring the CM down pretty early on to protect and secure Miracle's farm.
See, room-wise, it's 2 for 2s. No one really looking to gear up for a big fight.
We see Divine Favor skilled, the Rapture. They're actually going to bring the Sand King toward the top lane, so they're wanting to not have that Lifestealer in that matchup versus the Enchantress, it seems up, but immediately.
He's moving over.
He's moving. He's not TPing either. He's going for the long walk.
Yeah,
he's stutter stepping a little bit until he decides. Okay, now he started moving back down. So yep, Miracle doesn't want to be laning versus the pressure lane, so which seems like it's the Lifestealer Skywrath lane that they want to do. He's going to be going toward top, the lane versus Sand King. This Cuckoo will get quite a few creeps here by himself, and GH also. GH is now also in a bit of a core here as he's able to get these last hits up top versus Cuckoo.
No,
look at him go.
Down bottom, Kuro taking a lot of harassment there from an AU.
Cuckoo? Cuckoo? Is Cuckoo just dead to GH?
Ooh,
Cuckoo?
he is!
Cuckoo?
What?
He just let him auto-attack him to death.
GH,
he literally just right-clicked him the whole time and got 2 nukes up, and Cuckoo just stood there. He just tanked it. He underestimated the nice attack speed. You know, we do know CM has gotten buffed a few times in the last recent patches for her attack speed. At that early rate is much stronger. Cuckoo?
GH there with 610 damage in 26 seconds. GH
look at his face.
First blood.
Look how shocked he is.
So what?
My control.
All right.
We'll soak that pressure down bottom. But yeah. Cuckoo? Oh, man. That's so painful. I mean, GH is so rich now. Boots, 500 gold.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
He's rolling the lane.
That just happened. As Armel, let's get the toss back onto the range creep.
Ooh.
He will. We hot.
That's going to be a kill.
We'll be dead. One more hit.
There we go. So far the CS was... Armel was getting a good lead anyway. Tim's going to go for the deny to the tower. But yeah, that mid lane...
As we expected, right?
Yeah, I think, you are going to see Armel sort of take over this matchup.
Yeah, it's a tough one for sure. He's already got the bottle he can bring out immediately on the courier. And the rune's already starting to spawn. Liquid, we do have tabs of the rune, but Armel will probably be able to get that one for free. It's bottom.
Trying to throw a bit of trade harass onto AU. Space certainly being made for Gabby to focus on the creeps. Actually going to look to try and run down mind control a little bit.
They actually get the open wounds off.
As that Nature's Attendance heal does end. And with that in mind, they've still got mana on Tim's. They're going to get this one. Ooh, maybe not with the stick charges. And 11 HP.
Actually is able to survive.
The stick will save him. As mind control is able to get back and away.
And he does get that invis. Fills up his bottle as
the
well.
Refuel.
Doesn't actually get the last hit there. Weehaw able to secure those two. There's the deny as well. There we go.
He gets that one.
Yep.
And he gets that one.
Okay, so yeah, Tiny, of course, going to pull ahead in those last hits. We see the sinking Cuckoo starting to recover, of course, after dying solo to the Crystal Maiden. Which means Miracle will be able to free farm up top. That's the important thing that Liquid wanted to get with moving the Storm Spirit toward that top lane. As they're holding this tri-lane here still on TNC right now. Really wanting to put the pressure on the Enchantress and just maybe just keep guarding Gabby, making sure that he can just get all that farm as Armel again. Gets the toss back.
As he got the damage there. He's trying to block him up. Not quite enough, but definitely pressure being put on. In fact,
He's got hit by the tower.
Yeah, makes the read to stand his ground. Trade hits back. Won't get it. Another suicide just from Tims.
Yep.
Same lane for Armel.
Armel?
He walks in, verifies pop, but it doesn't matter. With the pointing gust knocks him back. And Armel just walks into his death there. Weehaw with the outplay.
I guess he didn't expect the gust to be
He
skilled.
didn't expect the gust. Weehaw.
All right, and now Weehaw's got the triple Wraith Band finish. He almost has like the quad Wraith Band finished up. He wants to go for it. So now his health threshold is too high for the Tiny, and his damage is also pretty good. Weehaw has just recovered.
See Kuro. He's going to be chased here by Ian Tims. They should be able to get this one.
Yeah, holding the stun as long
Unless
as
possible. Unless he can get the deny to Ancients.
Can he? Oh!
Yes!
Oh.
No!
AU.
He cannot.
With that Blightstone Bassi. Lots of damage. Chen, 62.
Yeah, he's the AU Chen. He's going to be making these moves. Cuckoo up top's got to be careful. He's very low. He's got the sentry coverage.
Gabby in my control. Trading hits. My control. With that heal pop, he's feeling confident.
And Miracle's farm being totally free on the top. 25 and 18.
Yep. Their main goal of putting the Enchantress bottom. So I'm pretty sure they're fine with like anything that happens to my control bottom, as he's actually not even died anyway. He's only getting like the 12 last hits, but that's just fine. They're securing Miracle to get that free farm. And yeah, it's so massive that Weehaw's able to get that kill there.
Cuckoo again! He gets GH with the right clicks.
He's queued up the drums immediately after that kill. He's feeling it.
This GH Crystal Maiden is terrifying.
They're surrounding Weehaw. They have the mud golems, the shard golems.
There's one. Throw more, and he's getting back. GH is there by, so there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. The tree out as well, but he's back to the shrine. And GH is there, ready to guard him.
And now the right clicks.
GH going to chase for a kill. The torrent's going to hit. They're going to be able to get AU. He cannot run away from this one. Another kill. GH on a killing spree.
He wants another one too. Look, he's giving the right clicks to Armel now too.
Yeah, Kuro's still got mana to play with. They could have a chance to control this. Armel's got the avalanche.
He actually attacks so fast with the Drow Aura as well.
There's a TP over to Weehaw with that short-range TP to cut him off. The torrent is going to miss, but look who's waiting in the trees. GH is there, hiding, right-clicking him down. Give it to GH, dominating. 4 kills, 6 minutes in.
Yeah, I think he has the full drum.
Oh my goodness.
He can buy the full drum any second now. He's about to have enough gold for it, pretty much.
The best CM in town.
30 more gold until he has a drum. 6-minute boots drum. Probably the fastest we've ever seen on a Crystal Maiden in Dota 2. Oh my god, level 5 as well. Oh man.
Oh, yeah, you said well the 3-core lineup with the Drow Strat. I'm sorry,
I guess
it's
the
the
4-core
lineup with the Drow Strat.
Drow or a Crystal Maiden with that new improved attack rate.
GH.
Tims.
Oh.
Is looking on here. Weehaw does drop a bit low, but Weehaw is level 6 now.
GH's 3rd highest net worth in the game at the moment.
Oh, I love it.
Nearly higher than everyone on TNC.
I mean, I cannot. He actually just has a drum. That's just might be one of the fastest drums, period, right? I was thinking, fastest drum in a Crystal Maiden. Who else gets a drum that early? Scabby does get the rotation toward top, as we do see he has to make those moves as Weehaw.
Mid lane. They get on top of Weehaw, then TNC are able to outnumber. Body blocks as well onto Kuro.
Nice
TNC.
Blocks.
You control him. They'll get the kill. Double for Tims. TNC strike back. Choosing to fight where the CM is not. As that is not where you want to go, and that's the players that TNC have to make. They've got to try and abuse the areas of the map where GH isn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's problematic for them, though, because now they have to send Gabby up top or toward the jungle, pretty much, because he can't actually lane versus the Enchantress. Gabby, level 4, MC, my control, level 6. So Lifestealer, kind of in a weird position now, unable to really find a good place to farm.
GH, she has been found.
The carry's been spotted.
They've carry us down. They get the kill. It's a good amount of gold as well. Miracle will be able to find the trade.
Ooh, AU got the kill, though. So he's got to be really rich on the Chen there, but Probably would have preferred to have that one coming out there on Cuckoo.
Well, he wants to
be
be like GH.
Maybe he does want to be like GH.
He's seeing these rich supports. He says, I want to do that as well.
It's very true.
Mind control.
Gabby's gonna have a rough recovery period, like I'm saying. Like he's just gonna have to jungle.
But we have seen him do it before.
He has.
He did do it against Secret.
He wasn't this setback. No, he's really setback.
Sure, he's full flow is net worth at the moment. Sure.
Yeah,
But we have seen him do it.
Absolutely.
And overall, yeah, everyone's relatively close. You know, he's down at the bottom, but there's only about a 1K difference between that.
Yeah.
And towards the topper regions of the net worth.
Yeah, and they're already setting up here for this wraparound. They have the double shard golems, they have the centaur, as well as the sanking. If they get this initial stun, Miracle should be brought down here.
He's low on mana as well. They should have him with the setup, walking with the centaur, perfect chain lockdown, and Miracle's gone. TNC continuing to make these moves, AU around the map, getting the action going, and in the way there's ways of the cause that need it.
And in this game, it will look to be, of course, your phase armlet, Deso kind of build here coming out for Gabby as he's playing versus that straight physical damage that does, of course, happen. He wants to have a little bit more armor. Of course, Drow will be able to pierce through that, but this will at least mitigate a decent amount of damage that will come out. And My Control is super happy, though, in this game. He was like, hey, I got sacked bottom lane, by the way. Top 4 net worth, able to get level 7 super early in the game as well.
And getting a lot of space now. With the moves of the lanes that TNC have made. Cuckoo now showing his face down here. It's mid lane. Bit of a poke onto Armel, but TP comes in from Tim's just in case any chase was there.
Fills up the bottle as well, I believe, for Armel.
Miracle. On himself, a support kill. GH is going to be there to help out.
Give the drum charge to your Storm Spirit.
I'll be around that 10-minute rune spot, so Liquid will be able to secure the 2 top. TNC seem to be set for them down bottom. In fact, they have Armel and Tim's here. Certainly the burst that could kill an Ench. And this rune as well will spawn bottom in favour of the Armel Tiny. Can certainly look to try and make a play with that.
Yeah, you probably think that My Control is going to pick up a bracer as well as a cloak pretty soon, something along those lines. He's starting to save up a little bit of extra gold, maybe if he can try to slip something bigger in first, but... Oh, Cuckoo. Man, the attack speed, you see that with the Drow aura, it really does start to make, it makes such a difference, even early on. 66 attack speed on this Enchantress. Cuckoo. He started the TP, but he stopped it. He looked like he was faking, trying to make a play.
Down here.
My Control knows, though. He's pinging it out. Look at that. He's like, I'm going to get dove, guys. Miracle will get the trade, though. He will push at least that top tower during this, and Miracle's 5,000 net worth. He's got an absolute free farm in this game. 30 denies on him as well. Already level 8. As you will see My Control, he shows his face. Catapult does get, the Siege Creep does get glyphed up here for TNC. They want to keep this pressure on.
And here they go. Here's the collapse, but Liquid are prepared with the TP coming in. The question is, can they kill Mind Control in time? The sticks are popped, with GH in position for the freezing field does get cancelled by the Avalanche, but it doesn't matter. They still kill off Cuckoo. Miracle on top of Armel. Armel going for the TP out. Have they got the damage in time? They haven't, so Armel will escape. But that dive, definitely something that Liquid were more than prepared for. Liquid
immediately TPing to try to set up and defend this mid tower. The mid tower will dive, but they're looking for Gabby. He will be okay. He will be able to get away there from My Control. A couple more impetus though. Say he's going to be okay, but now AU also getting chased out, but My Control running out of mana.
A little low on the mana. Can't dive any further. They got the tower. Miracle and GH smoked from the side. Didn't catch anyone. In fact, the TP in from Cuckoo. Get gusted, but no vision down. So he's safe with the Sandstorm by the tower for now.
So they don't have a reveal, I don't believe. Yeah, they don't have a Sentry or Dust on either hero, so they can't actually go for that play there. Kind of look elsewhere, at least farm the enemy side of the map. As Gabby starting to recover, as you were saying, phase. Gloves of Haste, queues up the Midas, level 7. Able to get involved, of course, with that tower push as well in the mid lane.
Zama does show bottom trying to find the blink up. Immediately backs away as so we'll see Liquid heading back down to that area.
Liquid's going to play a bit of the farm game now, right? They have the Drow Ranger, they're just going to back up and continue to jungle here at that really, really fast pace that there's no way that TNC can match the pace that Liquid's going to be jungle farming in these next few moments. They're going to have to do some invasive plays to try to just set up some kills with, in particular, Armel. He doesn't have the blink dagger either, so it's quite a bit harder. And we do see, of course, the double bracer actually picked up from My Control. I thought he might pick up a cloak, maybe going for that hood build this game since he is versus Skyra, Sanking, and Tiny. But soon. Yeah, they farm at such a fast pace in that jungle on Liquid.
Just keeping that lead until those blinks come out on TNC.
Yep.
We can really expect to see TNC make those aggressive jumps and force pressure.
I think they should still be looking for towers, right? They have the Chen, so I think this is the right move down here, trying to set up for AU to surround this bottom tower and just push it down very quickly because those how much damage those Chen creeps do. He's also set up 4 skeletons in the enemy jungle, just being able to scout any type of rotations that does come from Liquid, but Liquid here, they are smoking up. It looks like they do want to set up to defend this bottom tower from the long ways.
Let's see what they can get.
4 more skeletons sent out. Trying to scout out if there is something coming in here, but the smoke will now spot AU. Yes, he is microing, and he will die very quickly. And the tower, they won't be able to put the pressure on it at all, because Liquid already preemptively have set up. And they're chasing the creeps. GH, he wants them. And oh, delicious gold.
Yeah, they're going to get all 3 of them here. No, GH takes the last 2. That's mine.
Miracle gets silenced up. He's walking to the high ground. Armel's here though. Uh-oh. Miracle.
The trap is sort of set, but still with the movement speed. He's running around. Miracle's got a little bit of mana. He's zipping. He's trying for these kills, but he dies for it. That's a straight up feed.
That was a little like over aggressive, we'll call it here. Yeah.
Yes, that's a lot of money for Tims.
It definitely is. And Tims is going for a pretty scary item if you are Miracle. He is going for a rushed Athos build.
Yeah, as you say, he's closing in on him with getting kills like that. Blink Dagger's done for
both of them.
Cuckoo. Yeah, the double blink.
Yep, double blink with a Skywrath as well. So Tims, he's got partners now that he can pair up with to look for those kills. But Armel, he's bottom lane.
There's backup coming in, and Cuckoo gets in with the 2-man epicenter. Armel's going to be kept safe. The rest of TNC ready to close down onto GH. Tossed over. GH will fall. The Avalanche again catching the 2 of them. They'll find mind control. Kuro's going to get the poke through and will allow them to get a response. Miracle's back in, trying to focus down Cuckoo. Cuckoo gets the power strike off. They can't see him though. They've got the detection. They'll kill him off. Miracle diving in for more. As Miracle again, he's under the tower, and Armel's going to be able to kill him off. That's a triple kill for Armel. As Miracle tried his best to turn things around, but just ended up feeding more money to Armel. As TNC closed that net worth gap, shut it down, and Liquid, they're letting it slip away a little bit.
Yeah, it's an even experience change, but yeah, TNC coming out quite a bit ahead there after they get that kill there onto Miracle. Now Gabby, he's sticking down here a little bit too long. He gets gusted up. The control's coming out, and the damage. Will he be able to get the rage off? He gets into the tree line.
Got the Hand of God. TPs are coming down.
They still want him.
It's 4 heroes hunting for Gabby.
They can't actually get him.
He's too speedy. He is out of there. As I say, you know, Gabby's recovery continues. He's now top 4 net worth. This is the power of the Gabby Lifestealer. It doesn't matter how shut down he gets in the lanes. He always finds the places to be, and he will make that comeback.
Liquid pushing this into this tower here, as they do have that catapult, of course, too. All rallied around GH. That 1550 HP Crystal Maiden with double bracer drum. They're just going to be tanking up, it looks like here, and the 4 staffs are starting to get queued up, as we expected on Liquid versus a Skywrath lineup versus a Lifestealer. All they want to be doing is kiting and getting people out of those combos. So Liquid will be queuing those for the next few moments, but yeah, TNC still positioned down here, looking to keep this aggression going. 8 heroes down in this bottom side, as Miracle as well as Gabby are just kind of farming it up.
TNC do want to try and take a fight as the 4. They're going to go for the smoke play and head towards mid. See if any attention is being drawn towards Gabby, but as it is, Liquid not around. If TNC can get over to that Radiant Triangle area, maybe have to find the jump catch onto Miracle.
They want to get a ward up there as well, too. They don't actually have one. Okay, they do have one on Tims. So they're going to put this one down, try to get some vision here. Viha is spotted.
They can get the blink on him.
He's going to get jumped for sure.
He's in. There's the combo. TPs are coming in, but he gets absolutely destroyed by the high magical output from TNC. The silence is there on mind control. Be a TP out for Tims. Does get cancelled by the Frostbite. Miracle will strike back, get Tims in return. TNC, though, they're going to try and fight forth. This is by the shrine.
Freezing field.
The boat is out. GH's freezing field will continue to persist as Gabby's rage wears off. He's got to back off. Armel pots the stick charges, but Miracle's in. Has enough mana to get on top of him, and this time Liquid will punish TNC for taking a bit of a greedy fight, trying to push up and go for more around that shrine spot. Cuckoo with the blink timing will be able to break himself out of there.
Very nice quick blink there coming out from. But yeah, they
Instant
go a bit too
reactions
far,
from Liquid.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
they get the kill and they stick around.
Tim's went really deep forward in it, and the team kind of got baited to try to help him out a little there. Armel does get picked off there because of it, as now Liquid can transition this into this tower and some map control for themselves too. And they're probably going to get some D-wards out of all this too, because they know TNC invaded this area. One or two of these, if not, yeah, one or two will get D-warded for sure. As you have to imagine that Liquid will know that that's there with the way they jumped Weehaw. So we go, 2 sentries. Which one's he going to find? This one's actually just on the
It's just out of range,
edge of it, right? So maybe they actually won't find these two for now.
That's going to be pretty huge. It could
yeah,
definitely
that's
set
really
up
nice
for
TNC.
yeah, another play from TNC like that. Obviously, TNC aren't going to try and stick
found
around
Kuro.
long enough. They do.
Easy kill.
It's the combo. Power of the Skywrath. This the Mystic Flare. Just
Believe
pretty
that's
much guaranteed kill on a lot of these heroes. Even Kuro's a
50 gold left for the Atos. So yeah, he's going to have great ways to catch.
now
Particularly into Miracle.
a Miracle.
He's going for greed.
He is going for greed. There's no defensive item being queued up by Miracle.
He's going to depend on his teammates just to force staff him out of that early on, pretty much. He does have protection, right? They at least have the Rum that can come out that does help him with that too, and he is going to be pretty tanky.
And I think if he's rotted, they've got the bursters. There's the setup, the silence, the epi.
Easy kills.
Miracle is found out again on his own, a little too deep. GH was close by, but at least at this time before the force is going to be farmed.
Yeah,
Nothing that he can do to keep Miracle safe there.
And these two are a big threat.
They can just kill. They just roam the map, kill as a duo.
Yep, now the Veil is also finished up too. With that Atos, they can easily set up for kills on anybody. You see the build as well, Tim's 224, just maxing that Ancient Seal, making sure that he has that extra duration silence versus the Storm Spirit.
This is pretty terrifying for
they're continuing to look
some
for
of
pressure.
Liquid's heroes. They do get arm out, but there's Cuckoo with the
double stun.
counterplay. The 2-man burst strike, sentries down though. A lot of Liquid here around the river as they'll look to fight. Boats coming down onto Cuckoo. Cuckoo will fall. The toss back there into the setup stun. Beautiful setup from Armel, followed up by AU's Centaur Conqueror. Now let's see if they can get more. Mind control is healing up. Gabby's rage will finish. They'll drag back Armel into the torrent combo.
Miracles respawn.
He is tanky. This
Jumping
Armel
forward.
will head up. Miracle going for the big zip of the silence. He zips straight into his death. Miracle dies. As Armel, he finally falls. Freezing Fields out, but the rage is back up. Gabby can get up to the high ground. They're still trying to chase mind control. Starting to fall a little low on the mana, but the control's there from Kuro. Drags back Tim as Liquid will be able to find the 3 kills.
Miracle is definitely getting punished for his greed. Jumping in that far forward versus a Skywrath. Not having any type of defensive items here whatsoever. Immediately gets brought down.
And as the time goes on and Gabby continues to survive these fights, that Radiance gets closer. Relic gold now done for Gabby.
He's actually top net worth in the game now, after being bottom 3 for quite a while.
And this is why teams, was it Chaos at least, they were banning this out first phase. I think, the Gabby Lifestealer, you gotta be scared of it. You gotta respect
it again. This toss back was so nice
into the
by
combo.
Armel. It landed right on top of mind control too, so it was just like, oh nice, a double stun. Pop, boom. They get the damage to be able to bring him down nice and easy. So without Weehaw also, their team fight becomes a lot weaker because they don't have the aura, right? You see mind control, his attack speed is so much slower with him throwing out those impetus. So they really need to make sure they protect Weehaw as he's got the Hurricane Pike finished up, and we see those BKBs being picked up, or being queued up next. Just trying to deal with that heavy amount of magical damage that TNC does have. And Miracle, he's going for the greed still, right? Bloodstone, and then he's got the BKB queued as well. So yeah, all just trying to protect themselves versus that Skywrath sinking and tiny combo.
Cuckoo. I found him here, and they'll get him.
It's a freebie.
Running around this area with the sentry, an easy pick for Liquid.
They're right next to the Roche pit too.
With the Drow aura, it's definitely a temptation. Will be spotted by TNC, of course, with that creep. They'll know what's going on. Liquid, they are without the Sanking.
They do have wards all set up in the area here too, so they have great information if TNC does try to set up for something.
They should get away with this one.
It does die very fast.
It's hard to contest. Okay, Cuckoo's buying back. With Cuckoo back in the game, Liquid's got to be careful, and they'll start to immediately back out of the Roche pit.
Yeah, they're not healthy on mana on Miracle either. He still has a shrine right next to him, but yeah, less than half mana here.
Here we go, next fight. Radiance is out for Gabby. It's going to make that fight a lot more annoying.
They're going to go for the fight right now. Tim's TP's back to base, gets raptured back in. They're going to smoke and look for the play here. in a pretty sneaky spot as well.
See what they can find. Liquid are going to play it safe, stay on the high ground.
On the top side.
And
they know this here.
They're in onto Kuro first. Toss up. Can they burst him down? They can. That's one dead. Gabby looking to move in with a raise there on top of GH. GH goes for the ult, but there's the cancel as Kuku's in with a burrow strike. Epi root onto Miracle. Still has enough mana to zip onto the high ground with the silence. And the Mystic Flare is perfectly placed by Tims. There's 2-3 dead. There'll be a buyback for Kuro. Liquid will be able to turn and get both of the supports. Tims and Aiden down, but Gabby, Kuku and Armel, they're still going forward. Jump down to the low ground for Kuku. He's on top of We Are. Toss on and Gabby brings him down to the low ground. They get another as Kuro, he bought back for this, but Gabby, he's going to be ready to dive. He has rage, he has open wounds, he taunts, turns. There will be a torrent, but Kuroki is down. TNC overrunning Liquid.
We said that ward might bite Liquid back, and it did. They still had the vision up on that high ground from the play that they made earlier in the game. They make that sneaky smoke, and they get the instant jump on Kuroki. The perfect target they could find. No Rum, and Miracle, he gets Atos, he zips out, but then he gets silenced, and he gets hit by a perfect Mystic Flare by Tims.
Landing the Mystic Flare to perfection, and this is TNC's time to shine. Into the pit they go. Roshan will be theirs. As Liquid, now the ones to be behind overall in net worth, and both Armel and Gabby sitting at those top 2 spots in net worth.
And that's what, 3 back-to-back-to-back deaths for Miracle, him unable to really do anything inside the fights. Here we see it again, with that vision on the high ground, they just instantly kill Kuroki. You see Kuku gets a great epicenter here, hitting onto GH, killing him immediately also as well. And Miracle, yeah, he just dies.
And Tims, just quick placement up on the high ground, knows exactly where he is, sort of trapped in as well.
Yeah, and Weehaw, sure, he's focus firing one target, but they're already on top of him. Kuku was already hitting him, breaking that marksmanship aura, so his damage was reduced, and then easily from there, they collapse on him with those 3 tanky heroes. So now Bounty Runes will spawn. They're set up on the top side. Well, Liquid will just claim theirs himself, but they are smoking.
Bloodstone is done on Miracle. Well, as we say, it's certainly the greedier at the builds, and he's got to be careful that he doesn't feed his life away again. Liquid, they're going to hunt for action. They are to get in and on top of Tim, so Bloodstone charge to start things off for Miracle.
Yeah, he's got the Bloodstone, so the tankiness, and he even takes the 400 health talent on top. So now 2200 health on that Storm Spirit. So a little bit better chances of him surviving maybe that high burst that we've been seeing from TNC. They are infested up. They're definitely looking for something here. Armel also, we not really talked about his items too much, but yeah, he's almost got the Aghanims with that Echo. So he's gonna be hurting. Still trying to set up here with this infest.
See what they can get. Scouting out with the creeps. They will see it burning. So they know, but Armel's still able to jump in onto Kuroki. Kuroki's gone and Gabby's ready to start looking for the second target. He's towards Mind Control. Mind Control wants the BKB. At the pull down, Miracle looking to zip forward for more. Armel will fall. Liquid, they get one. They'll zip onto a second. Bloodstone charges for Miracle start to rack up. And he's not done. He zips straight in looking for the backlash, but the silence is down. The Mystic Flare again. Miracle, what is he doing?
He is playing way too aggressive versus a Skyrim.
What is he doing? Every time, he just zips right. I mean, it's as if he expects the rest of his team to have ball lightnings as well. They don't. He goes right past, and he's just feeding.
He can't be doing those plays without a BKB.
As quick as he gets those Bloodstone charges, he loses them straight away. Back down to the default 14. They need Miracle to stay alive.
He's just got to be more careful.
He's giving away so much gold as well. It's really adding up those.
I mean, not even just gold.
7 deaths.
Experience, too. I mean, Tims has a 30% experience gain talent, and he seems to just be getting given kills when Miracle does jump in like that. We see the fight here. Mind Control is doing a crazy amount of damage here, just holding his ground with that BKB.
I mean, sure, they see
everything, but
he just look at this zip. Pretty much the entire match straight in.
Instantly
into Tims, Gabby, and Kuku. And the rest, no one else is able to follow that up.
Just got to be more careful. Can't be doing those plays without BKB now. I think he probably knows that for himself too. He's probably going to be playing a little bit careful.
I mean, you'd think so, but then we said that a few of those plays ago.
That is true. That is very true. They have the items to protect him. They have that Force Staff, and now I believe Kuroki almost having a Glimmer Cape too. But like you were saying, he's zipping way too far away for them to even protect him.
They can't reach him. No one can help him.
Yep.
TNC. They'll happily take that as they just continue to take over some more of the map. Tier 2's gone down bottom.
Yep.
Gabby's farm continuing to rise as he now starts to pull ahead even of his own teammate Armel. They are going to see this Lifestealer's farm just skyrocket. It's 309.
Yeah, they're all picking up some big items. I mean, even AU, inside of all these fights, he's surviving as this Chen a lot of the time. He even has, I mean, he's got a whole mech and of Vlads for himself as this 5-position Chen. So he will also be able to contribute quite a lot inside of the fights. Just that heal, that big burst heal with that Divine Favor, plus the Hand of God, will counteract a lot of Liquid's damage. So there we see him.
You can't make these mistakes against TNC. TNC, more than happy to take advantage of them.
Oh, look at this. They're setting up the Sandstorm in the mid lane, and it's actually, looks like maybe it's a little bit of a trap.
Let's see if anyone falls for it. Miracle focusing on eyeing up that top lane, see if he can get sort of a pick off it. It's going to be that scan. It's going to catch out the fact that someone's in the tree line.
Ooh.
Or at least by the town. Cuckoo might search for this with the Blink Dagger. Miracle is going to show.
Miracle.
Cuckoo jumps in. They've got the lockdown and put the Bloodstone heal. It's not going to keep him alive as Miracle dies yet again. As TNC, they're just playing, they're a fair few levels ahead of what Miracle's bringing to this game. They're outplaying him every single, I mean, he's outplaying himself.
They're always in the right place at the right time, though. Tim's always being there. Same thing with Cuckoo. They're playing it, I mean, they're playing it extremely well, but yeah, Miracle. He's playing a little bit too risky still. Jumping forward there, not expecting people to be there. Cuckoo.
Trying to have a bit of a poke, buying time for the rest of the team to come over, but they're not quite close enough to do anything with that.
They still have a tier 1 tower. He's looking for the he's diving past the tier 2s. So now they'll look to just clean that one up here with Armel as well as Gabby. Aegis did get reclaimed about 18 seconds ago here, so Gabby does pick up that Hyperstone here, and they'll take this tower out quickly. As now they will claim this high ground as well. Liquid, they're trying to reclaim it themselves here with these wards here. Cuckoo will get spotted.
The X mark to lead in. He's able to dodge the combo with the Eels. The rest of TNC sat behind Liquid. They're trying to poke at this. Cuckoo breaks away with the Burrow Strike. Mind Control pods the BKB, starts to move forward. Zipping from Miracle now will zip back defensively. They'll try and sit back, wait for the first kill to happen, and it will. The impetus is kill off Cuckoo. It's 1 for 1. See if they can jump in. Armel gets the toss back onto Mind Control. He's surrounded. Gabby's on top of him with the open wounds, but the force down to the low ground will save him. The trees being thrown in won't be enough.
Yeah, nice force staff there from Weeha. He's calling for it from one of his teammates immediately as soon as he starts walking toward that there. And yeah, they lose Cuckoo.
So Liquid back to taking a trade that certainly does favor them. Miracle, he zipped into this, but Armel's waiting with Gabby. Miracle. This time he'll live.
A little bit of a scare. He probably had a little heart attack there for a moment.
Suddenly there's Tiny with a life stealer inside him. TNC will still hold on to the lead, getting those bounties. But Cuckoo off the map, at least will give Liquid a little bit of breathing room. So they know that plays are unlikely to happen from TNC's perspective for the next 40 seconds.
Definitely looking pretty good here so far for TNC with these tanky frontline cores, right? Versus that Drow Ranger, versus that Storm Spirit, versus that Enchantress being able to get in. Mind Control definitely still being the biggest issue, though, it does seem, for TNC. 8-1 and 8. He's still dealing a heavy amount of damage, now also level 18, so that maxed impetus is online. He definitely needs to be addressed inside of the fights.
That's regen rune up top. TNC. Smoke up from the high ground, ready to go. Maybe see if they can wait and use that regen rune as a bit of a bait.
That's what it's looking like.
Miracle.
Miracle's gonna.
They're
like Miracle's gonna go for this for sure.
They're cooking up the
Miracle.
The silence is out. He got baited. He got baited.
TNC they got his number.
They really do. They are working Miracle this game.
They're just predicting him. It's not just Heen who knows him, it seems. It seems like it's all of TNC who knows Miracle. Predicting those greedy type of moves forward.
Uncharacteristic mistakes from Miracle this game. I just feel it feels like he's playing it like it's a pub. You know, he's sort of just going in, making moves. Yeah, everyone's off the map.
He's just taking too many risks. And like you said, they don't have that. They don't have like vision on the map.
And he is.
With the last few moments.
It's not like this is a mid-storm. He's their carry.
Yeah, he is.
He's their safe laner. There's a safe laner with a Bloodstone. That's losing charges.
And not getting that much closer to the BKB either. He has pretty much been stuck at that like 10 to 12k mark for the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes or something.
With the way that they've sort of given up these kills, it's hard for him now to sort of say, well, let's hit the jungle. It's a little too late for that because TNC had just taken over the entirety of Liquid's half of the map.
Exactly. They've lost complete map control. Everything's pushing in onto their side every single time, and yet TNC just always making plays there as well. And they're just they're just camping this high ground here. Always ready to bring the fight to Liquid. So yeah, they have the saves, like we were saying. They have the, what, 3 Force Staffs now? Yeah, 2 Hurricane Pikes and a Force Staff to try to protect people. But the BKBs are so important versus that Skyra sinking. But they have given up so many kills before those BKBs. Really it's already 33 minutes and they don't have them finished up.
Roshan's up, TNC. They'll head into the pit. They'll be able to take it down very quickly down.
Yep.
Yeah, Liquid know where they can even push out the waves and get to this. TNC have just set up the map perfectly to allow themselves to make all these sort of plays without, Liquid, they just do not have the room to get out and do anything themselves. This really is, again, a showing of why you have to be prepared for TNC. This team has got a lot of brilliant ideas. I really like their draft this game, and you're sort of just seeing the impact of it. The fact that they have this high magical burst. The Gabby second pick lifestealer, it doesn't matter. They are that good with it. Gabby, we saw, 4th bottom in the laning stage. He's ended up at the top, and he's not just at the top, he's miles ahead at the top. Yeah,
and it's cool that they even bust out something like a Skyraz, something you do not see very often, but this Storm Spirit has a really, really hard game until he gets BKB versus that instant cast silence that does come out. It's very similar to, the hexes that come out from the Lions, the hexes that come out from the Shadow Shamans. This is a very similar thing, but in fact, it just makes you take that much more magical damage, so you
There's
die.
The BKB.
There we go, he's got it. Did he end up... Okay, he
now,
sold a null, I think it was, for it. Okay.
Now he can feel a little safer making those zip-ins.
Ideally, he wanted to have the BKB so he can focus fire Tims and kill him during it, right? But Tims, he's got a Ghost Scepter, so he's got his own ways to protect himself.
He's got a Ghost Scepter. Armel's got a Ghost Scepter.
Yep, they're all building those items to protect themselves versus that heavy physical damage that comes out with that Drow Aura.
Jump from Cuckoo.
Kuro.
Going on to Kuro. Kuro open wounded as Gabby is on top of him. Another Force. Force is coming into play. We'll get Kuro back up to the high ground.
They push them away all the way back into their base, though, as those bounty runes do spawn. Cuckoo immediately ports bottom, trying to set up for the both of them there. Will he be able to take it away from GH? GH gets X'd, and he won't be able to get it in time. X back to the base.
TNC continues to just grow that lead. 11k net worth advantage.
And yeah, having this Aegis, having this cheese, just going to continue to grow that lead and sit themselves right outside the Liquid base. Just continue to farm. Anytime the Liquid does come out, you will be able to have the numbers prepared for you.
No surprises here. Dota Plus and some of the previous series we saw with TNC was normally Dota Plus seemed to doubt TNC quite a bit. But in this game, Dota Plus knows this really is an 80-20 game at the moment with the lead that TNC have.
TNC, they're going to actually start forcing the issue here. They've got 3 of the magic resist aura creeps coming in from the Chen.
Yeah.
Gabby, still taking a lot of damage though, like we were saying, mind control. So it does hurt. But they got a lot of damage on the tower there.
That ward on the DD rune, so Armel or Gabby wants to go, but yeah, they're going to give the bottle over to Gabby, so Gabby can have the DD ready to go for the next fight. Another BKB out for Liquid as GH has got his ready to go.
Yep, heals himself up on those Ancients with the open wounds. And yeah, we'll have the DD, and they're still just camping themselves right here outside. Don't let Liquid get out to get any farm whatsoever, because they have their, they have the other side covered. They have a ward on that right side. They're watching the jungle too, so if they do get out, they'll instantly know it's Miracle.
A full E-blade on Armel.
Ooh.
Ready to maximize that blast.
And protection too. He can protect his teammates as well with it, which is really important.
Obviously all about TNC getting the jump before the BKBs are out. Do have those 2 very strong blink stunners with the Tiny and the Sanking, so certainly a possibility that they will catch them out unless Liquid are early with the usages.
They're jumping in.
Miracle. They'll want the BKBs. They'll focus straight away towards the Sanking, but there they have with the Ghost Scepter save. Cuckoo's going to be fine. He's able to get up with the Burrow Strike. Liquid's BKBs are going to start to wear off. With those BKBs usage, they didn't find the kills. Now the player will continue from TNC, and they'll run into the base. On top of Weeha, does get forced out of the Mystic Flare, but Cuckoo is in deep with the save. Burrow Strike and Epicenter is not enough to kill Weeha, and now Liquid, they're turning. They'll take Cuckoo, they'll look towards Gabby. The controls there, Gabby with the armor toggles won't get away. The Aegis is popped, Cuckoo buys back.
AU is going to probably bring him into the fight here with that Divine Favor. Oh, looks like we're having a little bit of problem here. Bug?
Bug?
What's happening?
Bug?
What's going on?
What happened? Whoa. What's the bug?
I know he bought back and he was trying to get Divine Favor.
Oh, it's just a keyboard. Well, I thought he was implying something was wrong with the game of Dota 2, and I was like, oh dear, but no.
Yeah, because he was trying to Divine Favor him back into the fight immediately after the buyback, and it looked like he was trying. He was sitting there like trying to cast, and he couldn't.
He hasn't been able to. No, but he hasn't used it.
He still has it. Yeah, he still has it. He wasn't able to actually click it. That's what he was saying.
Oh, but he can click it now, right?
I mean, hopefully. That's what he was saying. Is he couldn't? I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, they wouldn't have paused.
Blaming the game. This game is flawless.
They didn't have vision there. That was the most important thing there, right? They didn't actually have any type of reveal on Cuckoo when they jumped in with that epicenter onto Weehaw, so he just gets glimmered and gets disengaged perfectly.
So you imagine he's just tried to Divine Favor and it just didn't work?
Yeah, we'll see.
But now it should work.
It should work.
It should work, right?
I mean, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Look, there shouldn't be anything that blocks it. Let's see.
Well, he's not actually going to do it.
No, he's not going to do it at all. Okay.
But you'd imagine that would be the only reason why the pause, right?
Yeah, I mean, he said can't call. Can't recall. I'd imagine that's that's usually what people still call the spell.
But then again, it's the 300 IQ play.
Maybe now they're just like, we were trying to recall him.
It was a debate. You know, he didn't actually want to call him. He was like, Liquid, I can't call him. Yeah, I tried to, but he didn't actually do it. But no, you're right. It probably just didn't work for whatever reasons. Yep. It was probably just something wrong with his chair or something.
Yeah.
Not the game.
Not the game.
Not the game.
They're camped here on the high ground here, and they're still looking for the fight. Cuckoo jumps in. JH spotted, has BKB.
Miracle. Gonna try and fight here. BKB's popped. Miracle, he's taking so much damage there from Gabby. Miracle. Gotta back out. BKB's been used by all three members of Liquid. They'll turn towards Cuckoo. Cuckoo out again. Ghost form, keeping him alive. Finally falls. They'll now turn towards Gabby. Gabby inside of AU. Will be able to retreat. Armel's jumping on the backlines. He's found Miracle. Get Armel. Gets the kill. It will get dragged back into the torrent. They've got the damage from Mind Control. Armel pops the cheese. Mind Control's out. And the bash.
He gets bashed.
The bash is there. Weehaw tried to BKB TP, but Gabby's on top of him, chasing him down with a rage. There'll be a buyback from Miracle. They're still trying to kill Armel, but Armel's alive. Gabby chases down a second. He's not done yet. Up to the high ground, onto GH, as TNC just destroying Liquid in all of these fights, regardless of the BKBs. It just seems like Liquid at this point, because they're far behind, they cannot get the kills during the BKBs.
No, they don't have the damage, especially to go through the tiny. You saw Armel, he tanked up so much.
Stood there at the front.
He had a cheese, of course. The cheese gets popped and he turns it entirely, but they're just so tanky. And with these Ghost Scepters that they have, once they dish out all that physical damage, they just pop the Ghost Scepters and then they reset the fight pretty nicely there, as Tims has an E-Blade also for himself. Three
buybacks from Liquid. They're trying to kill Armel. GH popped the BKB, but again, Gabby with the bash is causing issues for GH. GH is trying to run. He's up to the high ground, and with the remainder of that BKB, he will live. On turns with the Avalanche, they'll disengage. As TNC more than happy with this one, poking 3 buybacks out of Liquid and only losing Cuckoo. As they know the timing's 40 minutes is up, they'll go and get the runes, but we'll see back here how Liquid just struggle to win the fight even with these 3 BKBs.
Look at Miracle. He gets shredded by both Gabby as well as that tree volley right on top of him very quickly, but the Ghost Scepters do come out, and we see how much save they do have. They just keep Ghost Sceptering and maybe even E-blading each other. Miracle does get that nice kill there, but Weehaw,
look at Armel.
Armel jumps in the backlines, gets Miracle, and then you see Weehaw. We can't even see him on the screen here. He's isolated all the way far on the top right, trying to chase Gabby.
And they don't kill the tiny.
Armel pops cheese, and he's fine. And Mind Control's out of mana.
It took all of his mana to bring him down low the first time. Mind Control's unable to do it again.
Yep.
And Gabby's Lifestealer just... It's unkillable. 7-0-11, Gabby.
After having... I mean, he was level 4 to the level 6 or level 7 Enchantress at one point when he was just jungling, and he's able to recover like this with TNC's movement and control around the map. And just getting all those constant kills on Miracle, right? Miracle just having 10 deaths in this game on the safe lane Storm Spirit.
It really feels like if you're not prepared to have a good draft to deal with a Lifestealer, you've got to ban this out first phase. They do get the grab on Gabby, but again, the Ghost form being offered his way, keeping him safe from the right clicks. He's able to jump into AU, and TNC now look for this to disengage. Miracle popped the BKB, but now the BKB is worn off, so Miracle's got to get out of there. He cannot stick around. Again, these BKB durations just getting lower and lower, and it really feels like none of the usages have actually done anything. They got them too late, it feels. With those earlier force fights where Liquid were just getting destroyed with those overextensions punishing them, The BKBs are now out at a point where it doesn't really matter. TNC just wait them out, get out of the fight, and get back in with a lot of success. It's 17k lead for TNC. And Liquid, they're unable to sort of shake this increase in gold that TNC is just constantly getting.
Yeah, they're just too tanky. It does seem to be like that, and with those Ghost Scepters, like we've said, they just beef up. And AU as well, right? The Chen, you can never take that out of a factor. How much healing he does provide inside of the team fights with that mech, with that Hand of God. They're all just beefed up. We see all these high levels, of course, coming into play. Lots of XPM talents in this game. Very early level 25 on Armel, too, as he has that avalanche cooldown, which we've been seeing people take more often. I mean, 5-second avalanche cooldown is pretty crazy.
Full Abyssal on Gabby.
Now he can stick on those BKBs easy.
I mean, you've got to watch out for the Miracle doesn't zip in melee range.
I mean, if he gets Abyssal, then he gets bashed afterwards, that's the whole BKB if he did pop it. Because they're already ticking down all the... I mean, he's still 7 seconds, actually, so he still has a little bit more leeway. But focus firing targets as that BKB gets lower and lower, seeming to be harder and harder for Liquid. It's not like they can even just go for the backlines, right, either. Like, usually what we say is, you know, sometimes the backlines are really causing problems. The cores have to try to go for them here, but these backlines are tanky. Yeah. This Chen is ridiculously tanky.
It's these two E-Blades, well, two E-Blades, yeah, and one Ghost Scepter. Yep. They're just stopping theyese kills happening. They're the dream item against this Drow Strap. It makes it impossible for the damage to be done by all three cores of Liquid. They've itemized perfectly, TNC. And Liquid's items, you know, sure they needed the BKBs, as I say, it just happened too late. They already gave up too much beforehand. Weehaw
has to
pop the BKB. Miracle's going to zip forward. Here's Silence. Cuckoo still alive for now. On the back of it all, Armel's looking for Weehaw. The BKB will end. Weeha's been separated from the team. The Abyssal Blaze dropped down. Miracle's dead. He's dead without buyback. Dead for nearly 2 minutes.
And Weeha's
again, these Ghost Scepters, Tims should finally fall, but they've lost Weehaw. It is a 2 for 2, but it's TNC getting both at the big cores. Mind Control will be able to TP away. But every time it's Weehaw and Miracle getting taken down, and Miracle does not have buyback available for this.
He's gone for 100 seconds.
As TNC, they're up to the high ground. Armel, he's in straight away looking for the setup, Gabby. The open wounds and buyback will be forced out by Weehaw. So Armel
getting focused.
The ground.
He's got the Ghost Scepter.
Saves him from some of the right clicks, but now Lane Gabby tries to move in, looks towards Weehaw. Weehaw able to shove himself back to safety with the Hurricane Pike. But for the control, straight away on to GH, won't quite get him.
Nice play there from Mind Control. He actually used the enchant to dispel the Ghost Scepter there so they could keep getting that focus fire. He got re-Ghost Sceptered, but then the magic damage was enough.
Get Tims as well. Get the drag back. Liquid will be able to hold, and will be able to get the kills. First time starting to put a bit of a dent into that lead that TNC have.
And that was a Tims buyback too. DD right outside the Roche pit as well. 100 seconds, no Skywrath.
All right. This could be the start of a bit of a comeback. Could get some space.
Are they going to be able to scout this one out here?
They're going to get it quick enough with the DD. This should be an easy Roche for Liquid.
They're sending the Hellbear Smasher in. Still about 3rd HP on that Roshan. They're starting to make their way over. Cuckoo.
Can they get in the pit?
With the invest, with the blink, the stun.
It's low!
Are they going to get it?
TNC jumps in, can they get the kill? They're trying their best. Can they do it? Ready there, but Cuckoo!
He's got Refresher Shard.
He snatches the Aegis. Cuckoo will be able to grab the Aegis. Refresher proc by Gabby as he can turn, get the bash out onto Kuroki. Kuroki will be surely dead as he's invis, but he's burned down by the Radiance. Cuckoo gets there in time.
Cuckoo gets Aegis, Gabby gets both Refresher Shard and Cheese.
They got everything.
Pops the Refresher Shard for, I think, actually nothing, but he just popped it for the inventory slot so he could get the cheese in there really quickly.
It didn't look like they make it,
that
but force forward straight into the pit at the perfect time. Cuckoo.
And they're so fast to pick up the items as well in the midst of everything. And then we see that.
They take it all.
That Refresher right there.
They take everything from that Roche.
The one opportunity it looked like Liquid was given in this game to be able to try to get some way back into it. Gets denied there by Cuckoo. Great plays, that aggressive 4-step blink forward. Getting his lifestealer into the pit immediately. Did look like Liquid was going to get away with it, too.
It really did. They had the DD on the Drow.
Especially how they set up.
TNC had, 3 dead.
Yep.
Amel did buy back.
Yeah. The CM as well as the Kunkka, right? Both KuroKy as well as GH. They walked up toward that high ground. They're like, we need to stop the Blink Daggers. Like, anything we can do. Try to find the Sanking so he can't get in the pit. But, yeah, Cuckoo pierced right through all of them. There's this push. We'll continue as AU brings Tims. 32 seconds without KuroKy.
To the base they go. Cuckoo tries to have a bit of a poke at GH. Burrow Strike won't quite get him. Bringing in the creep wave. Gabby. Range racks getting beat down upon. Cuckoo does get zipped upon. They're in straight away onto the Sand King.
The BKB CM.
Hand of God's going to be popped. He'll die the once. Aegis is going to bring him back from the dead as TNC still hang about the base. Gabby is ready to go back in, finish up the range racks.
Nope. Cuckoo trying to do a little cute play there. Blink tries to force staff mind control forward.
Don't reveal the new items, Fog.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, that's right. Blink staff, now that would be broken. Actually, how would it even work?
I don't know. Might cause more problems than anything else. He tried to force staff mind control aggressively into his team there. So now they do have that momentum, going to be pushing in toward it from top as Liquid. Trying to get something sneaky here. Look for this 5v5 fight that catches them off guard. They have the gem as well on GH. BKB still on cooldown for the CM for a couple moments, and TNC, they're just claiming themselves the high ground here for a moment. Cuckoo. Still hasn't shown himself just yet. But yeah, he's in the front line. If he's next to the AC and the Solar Crest, that's a 53 armor Sanking. When he gets the Solar Crest put on it, yeah. But yeah, everybody, look at them. Look how much armor they have when they're rallied around each other. It's insanely high. Skywrath, of course, being one of the lowest. There's that smoke. They're going to try to walk in onto the high ground there without that tower there.
See if Amel can get the jump. Or Cuckoo. Both of them ready for the initiation. Creep wave is pushing out. Yeah, Cuckoo will just show. And we'll see we've seen the Radiance burning those creeps too, so they'll know that Gabby's inside him.
Still playing it pretty cautious here since they did lose that Aegis before, even though they have this big advantage. Not wanting to risk just anything here. As we have 30 seconds, those bounty runes will be spawning.
I mean, it's just sort of a good showing of how much difference the map control makes. You look at the kills, right? It's 32 to 32, but there's a 22,000 net worth difference. 22,000 when the kills are equal. It's just showing how much more, really the definition of sort of empty kills and good kills, right? It's
exactly. Miracle is 11 deaths, right? You look at those, like Tims has 9, AU has 7. Mostly the supports. Cuckoo has 10, but Gabby has 0.
Yeah.
On the other side, My Control, he still only has the 1 death as well, too. He's been having a really solid performance in this game. But yeah, all that map control really coming into play. As looks like they're farming up for their, last level 25s, I believe, here on TNC. They're missing... Cuckoo's just about... Yeah, all 3 of them are about to have it, pretty much. So I think finish up those before you really force too much of an issue. If the fight comes to you, of course, you can still take it, but... They've also picked up, I believe, this might have happened a little bit ago, but the Blink Dagger on Gabby, so he can get on into the back lines. He's picked up one of his own. Starting to hit that critical mass. Also having a full heart queued up if he wants to maybe sell out something. He actually sells the Blink Dagger. I guess he's had it for a while and I didn't notice. Sorry about that.
Did he just buy the full heart?
Yeah, he bought the full heart.
Bought the full heart.
So
that's your favorite. You'd like to explain?
So the heart with the lifesteal, of course, we know it works.
Get your frogs ready in chat.
Works with feast. Works with open wounds. Also buffed by divine favor. So the health, the restoration amplification right now on lifestealer.
Health regen.
Health regen amplification
as it's called.
Is incredibly high here.
It works with
Gabby.
feast and open wounds.
Yeah. And probably with infest, I'd assume too, right? You probably get more healing out when you pop out too.
It
so,
absolutely does.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
So you'll see, as open wound target, 2 hits, he's going to be full HP.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Maybe 3. But
maybe 3. But he doesn't have the talent, which we saw a couple people taking,
sure,
the 50% ones. But yeah, he's going to be life stealing like a madman.
It's going to be very hard for for Liquid to out DPS the heals GTX, as long as he's able to keep hitting targets.
And he's naturally just very tanky too. We'll just throw that one in too. Cause it's a heart. It's a heart giving, what, I think it's like 1,000 something HP or 900. Can't remember the exact numbers.
Miracle's going to go for the combo place. He's got the INTERCEPTOR.
Okay, their initiation was the one thing that Liquid has been pretty lackluster. They don't really have that natural initiator because they have an Enchantress in their lineup, unlike when on TNC they have that Sanking. So this is going to be that one to at least try to give them that better form of initiation here.
They've got good follow-up, I guess. The Kunkka, Torrent, and Boat after a good sort of multi-man pull-in with the Vortex. If you can get the CM in position with the Freezing Field, they have got the combo. The problem is, TNC, they've got a very, very good teamfight combo themselves.
They're playing it really smart and safe here on TNC. No need to force the issue going for a high ground. They have a minute until they find out when Roshan is. They've just gotten all their level 25s. They've got absolute map control. Just wait for Rosh, wait for Aegis, wait for Cheese, get your Refresher Shard plus your Aghanim Synth, and then you can look to go for that pressure on. Yeah. This game he does take the Hand of God heal. I think the talent that, overall I think is a better one, just because of how, it's 1200 healing when you're next to Divine Favor. And for a Lifestealer with a heart, it's going to be
it's going to
be 1800 healing probably if he's next to Divine Favor, maybe even more than that.
Let's do the math. So what's 20% heal increase, right?
Well, Gabby's getting focused.
Okay, let's watch that instead. I'd rather do that than do maths. That's why I got into this career.
Yeah, me too. +1. As soon as he pops out, he's going to be full HP, right? And, okay, almost full. 1 or 2 hits.
Just a couple of hits and
gets that lifesteal.
Right back up.
Yep. I'll be giving a Cheese. Lotus orbed up. Gets Ethereal Bladed as well. Ayrton gets pulled.
Drag back. Mind Control's popped the BKB for this one, and the BKB's going to wear out. Doesn't get a kill.
He drops pretty low. Just the mech alone healed him for over 600 because of that heart plus that Divine Favor next to him.
And with that heart as well, just allowing them to get away with this sort of poke and prog gameplay. Yep. Moving up, resetting. Miracle's going to zip in onto the backlines. Goes to the Vortex. Only gets the one of them. The Abyssal Blade's down. Mystic Flare dead. BKB. Miracle's dead.
He's got the buyback. That's probably why he was saving the BKB, but
I mean, you're giving him the benefit of the doubt there. Trying to find a reason why he didn't use that BKB for going in.
Gabby now continue to just hit this tower here.
Back in he goes.
Still gets hit pretty hard here by the rest of the Liquid team. Gabby dropping low, the impetus. Okay. They're going to E-blade him up just in case. And he finds himself a creep camp. Is he actually going to
heal up? He's got the heart right. Yep. He's got the active of it.
Ayu was pulling it over. He's like, hey man, you can open. Oh wait, you have a heart. Just kidding. As they will continue to do this slow siege. The gusts, Weeha keeps trying to slow it down. GH though, this time
steps a little too far forward. The Abyssal Blade's down on him and GH is dead. They cannot force him away in time. Buyback from GH.
Ooh, the impetus. They really are starting to add up.
They pop the fortification to keep this push on with the creeps. He's back out. Tier 3 towers falling. They'll focus him, but he's able to pop the rage, keep himself on the high ground, take the tier 3s onto the melee racks. Now as the buybacks comes out from Miracle, he'll look for the zip forward. He'll pop the BKB this time. He's trying to chase Gabby. Gabby's rage. Miracle cannot quite find the kill. They're hiding in the trees.
The tree
zip forward. They're going to look for Weeha. Weeha's having to put the BKB as they're back up to base. Liquid cannot find kills yet again during these BKBs.
Miracle jumped forward. My control was at 0 mana when Miracle jumped, literally 0 mana. And then they all just got hit by Tree Volley in the backline and got dropped to like 20% HP. They had no follow-up. Gabby will be protected again. Constant Ethereal Blades.
It's also still got that cheese, you've got to remember.
Yep.
Miracle trying to clear out the creep wave.
Didn't quite get it though.
He did not. The angles weren't there. Didn't pay attention in geometry.
Gabby continue to get poked out. My control again at 400 mana. Almost out here.
Good. Jump forward. He's in. They've got the catch. They've got the stun. A force to the side and a force back will separate Mind Control from Gabby. Again, BKB is just being popped every single time by Liquid. Miracle's trying to try for the jump. Gets the two-man Vortex. They're focusing down one, but again, the saves, the heals. Gabby's ready to just turn straight back in. Mind Control's silenced. He's low on mana as well. Mind Control, Miracle's still trying to fight. They're focusing down Gabby.
He's still fine.
He is still, and he's still got that cheese. There's the pop. Another Vortex drags him in. Cuckoo straight in with the two-man power strike, catching the both of them. They're on top of Weeha. Weeha pops the BKB, but the Abyssal Blade's down upon him. Weeha's dead. No buyback for 2 minutes, as he's not got the money.
Gabby's just way too tanky.
As Weeha, he's not got the money. He had it, but he's short. He's 500, 500 gold short. He didn't save up. As TNC
quickly takes out the racks. And that should be the
What
Megas.
can Liquid do? They haven't been able to do anything for the last 35 minutes of this game as TNC.
They can't kill the targets.
They've had complete control, TNC.
Yep, there's just way too much tankability coming out here from the cores of TNC, and just so many different forms of save coming out from these Ethereal Blades, these Lotus Orbs, everything coming into play here as they claim those Megas. Not even having to go for that 4th Roche. As we see him life steal up back to full very quickly, and that heart kicks back in.
So they can just push on and do the same to the tier 4s that they did to the racks. They know themselves. You know, TNC, there is no rush whatsoever.
Nope, they can go pick up the rest of their items. They've got a full Bloodthorn now.
They can go and get Roshan.
And now they can back up to do it if they'd like to.
Get that Refresh Shard and Aghanims. Who would like an Aghanims this game?
Oh, yeah, Tims.
Tims.
Yeah. He's got one queued already. You might not even give it to Tims because he has a 300 GPM talent. So you're like, Tims, you're going to get it on your own.
Tims, don't let the rich get richer.
Yeah, we'll give it a Cuckoo. Cuckoo deserves it.
We'll see. This game, this draft, and this play from TNC has absolutely it's made Liquid crumble.
It really has. They've been positioned like perfectly every single time, and they got a lot of space when Miracle did die a couple times. Miracle does jump forward, but he's alone just as long as him forward. As they will just get full healed up from that mech. And there we go.
Who's getting what?
Tims already has his own Ags, so I'd assume you give Cuckoo the Ag Sim.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
And he probably should also get... Who's going to get the refresher?
You want it on Tims, right?
Ooh, yeah, they get the refresher to Tims.
Yeah. It's just going to be able to throw out a ridiculous amount of damage.
Yep.
Not on the same target, right? You can't stack the Mystic Flares, but...
You can throw 2 on top of each other. You can Mystic Flare, refresher, Mystic Flare, for sure. The same ones can't do it. You can't your Aghanim's other one won't do the second damage. But if you Mystic Flare, refresher, Mystic Flare, they definitely do. They definitely will attack on.
Okay.
For sure. It's 2 different instances of spells. He's taking the precision or attack speed. I mean, they're trying to find any type of damage.
GH has said, "What are you scrubs doing? It's my time. Step aside, Miracle. Step aside, Weeheart. I'm going to show you how it's done." He's got the Deso.
Same build as yesterday.
It's all up to GH. He's had enough of his so-and-so carries, and he's ready to do it himself.
46k deficit, though, that he's going to have to pierce through. And also a 100% win rate, according to Dota Plus.
100% Dota Plus.
I didn't think it was going to say it. I've never seen it actually say the 100%. It says the 100%.
It knows. 100%. This one is in the bag for TNC. No surprises. They are sitting with Mega Creeps at 46k. We have seen a fair few Mega Creep comebacks, but I don't think this is one.
No, they haven't. I haven't seen Liquid on the opposing.
It's just the inkling that this probably isn't a game where there's a Mega Creep comeback.
I feel like Liquid hasn't left their base in 25 minutes, right? They've been trapped in here. And Gabby will take a chunk of damage here. Will he actually lose this one? No, he will not lose the Aegis this time. The mech, plus that Solar Crest will be enough to save him. Heart will reset, and a quick full heal. Couple seconds, and he's back.
I mean, maybe if GH does get the crit, maybe.
He's going to get shredded.
If GH wins this game.
He's going to get shredded.
If GH wins this game, this will be the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Gabby's starting to hit way harder now
but
with
it's
the
not
Bloodthorn.
Yeah, TNC looking to close things up. Onto the tier 4s they go.
Hey, look at the damage that does come out, though, onto Gabby.
Okay. GH is in the zone.
Oh, he picked up the Holy Locket as well on the Chen, by the way. So even more healing coming in from that Hand of God and mech. I'm going to look at the healing stats at the end of this game. That's one of the ones I want to look at, how much heals have come out. They've actually given the Refresher Shard to the Chen, too, by the way, so more heals.
He tries in with a jump. Gabby's going to be focused again. Gabby, they'll take the Aegis, but TNC, they get one of the tier 4s. Now they look towards Cuckoo. Cuckoo, you'll stop.
They threw the boat.
The boat comes down. They get the vortex. The combo is there. They're bringing them low. Mech's going to be popped. TNC, they're low. They've got to get out. Armel's going to die. They'll turn towards another Gabby. He's moving in. He goes for the match, but they've got the kill as well. Liquid are holding.
They've hold this time.
No, this can't. No, there's no way, right?
What does Dota Plus say now? It still says 100%.
It still says, I mean, to be fair, as a system, if you say 100% and then you go back, I mean, you're kind of all in when you said 100%. But there's no way, right? There's no way.
That was a dream vortex, for sure.
There's no way.
A lot of damage coming out very quickly there.
If Liquid win this game, I will seriously start questioning my very existence. Like this, there's no way, right? Can GH Really do it?
He's got the crit. I mean, look at those
Vortex. They
just
killed their 2 cores.
It was
the 2 massive cores.
It was the most beautiful Vortex possible there coming in. The Hand of God was still on cooldown. I don't believe he actually got to move the Refresher Shard in to be able to use it again. Look at that pull. Into the boat as well. It catches absolutely everybody. With a CM freezing field as well. Everything pretty much hit them at the exact same time.
CM late game, it is no joke. He's got a DD rune as well.
He's like, I'm taking this one. He's like, all right, maybe my control can take it.
Dude, no, give it GH, dude.
No, they're gonna give it. They're gonna give it to my control. My control is definitely
disappointing.
Oh, it shifted 1% now for Liquid.
Well, if you said 100%, Gaben, you can't go back on yourself. That's not how it works when you say there's 100% win probability. That's not maths. That's not maths. Some Valve maths there.
He believes.
It's a 42k lead.
This is the first time they've gotten out of their base in a very long time. All of TNC respawning. You see that little dip?
A little bit of a dip.
A little dip.
A little dip. It's going for the Bloodthorn. GH.
I mean, everyone's so tanky. No,
I mean, there's no way.
But
they just killed them. They just killed Armel and Gabby.
If they can keep getting the combos like that.
Honestly, there's no way, right? There's no way.
I mean, there's an Arcane Rune now as well on Miracle. Yeah. He's getting a lot of
how's the buybacks look for Liquid? They got a second life to sort of hold if
they've got quite a lot of them. Just Weehawk doesn't.
Just Weehawk doesn't.
They got to sit themselves inside the base, though. It's still way too difficult for them to go out.
They can absolutely deal with the Megas, with the Ags Drow. I feel like TNC ends up in a lot of these games, but they have like a 40k lead. It looks like there's absolutely no way, and then there's actually a wait a minute.
They're still getting
that 1%.
They're still super strong though. They're getting so much farm because they have all these GPM talents also kicking in. So it's like Tim's is still scaling as well. He has a lot of room for growth as this supports Skywrath. Look at Mind Control's hero damage in this game, by the way. 88,000. Only 1 death so far in the man.
So what's the dream build for GH? Gets the Bloodthorn done.
Bloodthorn Rapier. Let's go. Too risky, for sure. Cuckoo inching forward, TNC as well.
I mean, surely you just jump the CM, right? Or is it, I guess it's hard with the BKB.
They're scared of getting
they got him. They got him. They haven't got him. The forces, they're going to save it again. Miracle, he's in with a 3-man Vortex. Now move forward from Mike, tries focusing Gabby. Goes forward, will give Gabby some sort of safety. Zipping across Miracle, getting these remnants build up. They're going to lose there, the heals come out. They'll turn, they'll kill Miracle. Miracle holding onto the buyback for now. Now he'll buy back GH with a freezing field in the midst of it all. The BKB popping again. Miracle, the 2-man Vortex. He's zipping around, they're popping down the remnants. They've got Gabby. They're going to look towards Cuckoo. They'll get Cuckoo as well. It's a double kill for GH as Liquid are holding.
You have got to be kidding me right now. Miracle's getting the dream vortexes in these scenarios.
Oh my.
All of TNC is immediately panicking inside of the fight. They're just backing up, trying to reset.
What do they do now? They're trying to end the game, but they can't.
Did they even kill GH? They didn't even kill GH. He actually even got
him back. The 4-star plays kept him safe. He's out of there.
Are they actually doing this?
I mean, surely there's got to be a point with it.
It's 3% now.
Valve, come on.
It's shifting. Here we go. Miracle, he looks for the perfect opportunity. He's waiting. They jump GH, and Miracle's just waiting in the base to get the perfect grab, gets the 3, and then you see what anybody except for Miracle, but Miracle is sitting inside the fountain. So they actually can't really look to try to grab him before he does go for those plays. So.
What? How do you end this?
I wish I had the answer.
How do you end
I wish I had the answer for you, Owen.
TNC, how do you end this? You've tried 2 times now, and all it's done is it's lost your. You're giving the money to Liquid. Liquid's getting back into the game.
They've got to just split themselves up better, not getting 3-man pulled. 2-man Vortex might be okay, but I think the 3-man Vortex is causing 3+ Vortexes is giving way too much of an issue because it causes all of them to just panic. They, at least now, I believe Armel, he did pick up a BKB, so he has a 10-second BKB now to be able to prevent that from happening. But, oh my god. Throw logic out the window here. As Liquid rallied around. They're prepared for their growth as well. Like we were saying, TNC, they still have some growth here on their supports and stuff, but
get the
Liquid,
rush.
They have a lot of growth here on their cores that they can still do.
Get the rush, get another Aghanims. Who's this one going to?
Who is this one going to?
Let's go.
I guess it to AU? Yeah, AU, and then you can get some Ancients for the team?
Sure.
Okay.
But I mean, if Mega Creeps aren't doing it, are Ancients going to do it?
They can start really forcing it and doing the push, right? But it's still...
Well, what Ancients are you after?
I think the Dragons are pretty nice.
The Dragons.
I mean, any Ancient that you can find really in particular is going to be great. But, I mean, Prowler also could be good reducing physical armor by 50% if you're ever able to get it in. But it will die to all the magic damage and everything way too quickly. So I think the Dragon's usually probably the best one because it gives you that that armor.
Yeah.
The Dragon and then the Granite for some health is... The Euls does come out, but the X will send Miracle all the way back as he gets the Arcane Rune. So now it's an Arcane Rune storm they got to deal with. Scabby taunting outside the base, or inside the base, that is. And they continue the siege for the 30th time, it feels like. And force that forward,
the aggressive force!
They get him.
They call GH. GH will buy back mind control, focusing down Gabby with that DD rune. He's bringing Gabby low. Zip forward, they'll look for the pull.
The pull's only one.
There's only one. Gabby's low, armlet toggle keeps him alive. Mind controls BKB pop. We are the double Mystic Flare bursting. We are down low. Continue to zip around Cuckoo. It's been silenced, but again, the Ghost Form will get him out. Armel committing with the BKB. The Ancient now
Kuro
exposed.
back.
Toss back on Kuro. Kuro forces back. Another force trying to get Kuro back towards the fountain. The Avalanche is there. Zip for Miracle. He gets the 2 of them. The focus by GH. He's got the right click damage, but Tims, he's got the double. The Magical's enough. Zip across. Torrent catching them out. Miracle continue to lay down the Remnants. They've killed off AU. Cuckoo goes with the bow straight. They've killed GH. There's a dieback on the CM.
Gavin Armel's still alive.
The carry is down. Tims is cleaning up. Ultra kills there. Only Miracle and we are left alive. This should be TNC able to shut the game down as 3 dead on Liquid. They'll pop a fortification, but with TNC having 4 up, is there any way that We Are a Miracle could hold on their own? I don't think so.
I don't think so. The 3-man pull.
They're
going
to
try.
Get the pull. The Abyssal Blade drop down onto Wheel, forced back towards the fountain.
Gabby's diving.
He's trying to chase this.
Him.
We Are finally drops. They're all dead. No buybacks. GG is called, and TNC will breathe the biggest sigh of relief that they ever have done, as they will manage to close up game 1.
I think all of us breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief there. I think Valve as well, right, too? They're like 100%.
But they're the numbers on that, Gaben.
They're able actually to close this one out with some really clutch plays. The aggressive force step, some tossbacks as well, but Liquid with a pretty impressive hold there for a solid 38 plus minutes.
GH nearly did it. He nearly did it. He stepped into that carry roll. Let's have a look at the damage. Let's look at the numbers. So
what do we got?
Mind control, of course, you said at the top, 104,000 hero damage done that game. And as you said, the heals from AU, 48,000 heals on this gen.
I think that's the highest I've ever seen. 48,000?
And look at some of this damage received. Gabby, 204k with all of these pushes and ins and outs that he went for. 204k, that's got to be some of the highest damage received we've seen ever.
I love it.
Some crazy numbers. And a game that went to 100%, but it got us questioning.
It really did for a moment, but...
You had to... a lot of breaths were being held at the end of that one. And as I said, TNC can now breathe that sigh of relief as they will get the win. Finally, at 69 minutes in, they did it. And wow, what a game. What a get to start the series off. We've got another one of these coming up between Liquid and TNC. Sort of getting back to before the game got into that crazy post-60-minute territory. definitely things that Liquid need to work on going into Game 2, right? We had this early game where Miracle, it wasn't his finest performance on the Storm, and in fact, kind of the opposite.
Yeah, he jumped in and died quite a lot. It really, it stunted their growth. I think them getting their BKBs at that late timing really crippled them in this game. It was like that 30-minute mark, and they still weren't picking up their BKBs. I think they got them, like, right after that. But at that point, TNC had assumed full map control, and that's why we saw them able to actually finally able to close this one out with that big gold lead. But a little...
Bit of a
wipe your brow a little bit there.
No, of course, just for the players and for your viewers at home, I'm sure you're all sitting on the edge of